what was the first pitch deck I did? Like I was asking myself, what was the first pitch deck I did? I remember that was a period where we were just doing pitch deck up and down, doing pitch deck, trying to get people to look at what we had, what we are doing. At this point, itself, I'm not even so interested in doing pitch deck again. Not like anything happened though. I just realized that, oh, there is so much to be done. And I'm not saying pitch decks are not important. You guys get me. Pitch decks are very, 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 very important. I can't overemphasize on the importance of pitch decks. They are very, 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 very important. So I will show you guys one of the first pitch deck we did while we were planning for our project. That was in 2022. So you guys know. And as got me happy, we've shot the project. It's done and dusted. So, but I'll be starting with just brief introduction so you guys can speak there. I can hear everybody's voice. I know somebody will have. So in 30 seconds, just tell me your name. Just assume that I don't know you. Tell me your name and one thing that is exciting about you. So I just want to know. I'll mute myself right now so you guys can do that. We'll start in this order. We start with Isaac, we start with Esther, and then we do Victory. So in that order, in 30 seconds for each of you. My time starts now.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. My name is Dinobi. I'm a graduate of theater arts and currently running my postgraduate studies in John Africa. So basically, I'm a very passionate filmmaker, and I just have one thing, to be a very good filmmaker that takes Africans to the global platform and show the richness and the vastness of our stories and the content and the rich content we have in African stories. So basically, that's all about me, and I'm very passionate about it. Very, very passionate, and I believe I can get there and be one of the pioneers to take African stories to the world, to the global platform. So thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity, sir. Hello, Grandpa, sir.
Next person. You took more than 30 minutes, 30 seconds, but next person, Esther, yeah, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Esther. Well, if you can't speak because I've noticed that you are mute, say something. Let's hear. Maybe your laptop doesn't have an audio device for this, but no problem. Oh yeah, just type it. Type it in the comments in the chat section. Type it in the chat section. There's a chat section there, and everybody can type anything. So just type it there. Then let's go next to Victory. Victory.
Good morning, sir. Good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning.
Thank you.
Hello.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
hello, Victory. Hold on, Esther is back on. Oh yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Very well, I can hear you now.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Good
I'm
morning,
happy
Madam
to be.
Esther.
I'm happy to be in your midst, and
We
I'm
are
happy
happy
to
to
have,
be your mate.
and I'm happy to participate in this lecture this morning. It's okay. My name is Ubaista. I'm from Imo State, and I'm a passionate film producer. I still have desire to learn more and to go global. So I believe that if I'm part of this, I will make um, more achievement and more introduction, like more expand to the society. So I'm a student. I graduated in 2021, History and International Studies. I decided to move into acting and producing. So I've not really done much, but I know the little I have done, it attracted people, and the reason people are excited about me is that I'm always there and always provide the creativity needed if possible. That is the little I can say for now. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Isaac, you guys are taking more than Victory. You guys are taking more than 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Oh yeah, the next person.
All right. My name is Victor Alozie, and I'm a photographer. I'm a passionate filmmaker. So one exciting aspect of me is that I'm passionate with what I do, passionate with filmmaking. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Oh yeah. Esther, you can go back and mute yourself. You can go back and mute yourself. Good morning, everybody. Uh, hello, hello, hello. Obrigacia, whatever they greet in whatever country you're from. My name has not yet changed. It might change in the future, but for the purpose of this class, it has not changed yet. My name is Izu Okafor. God, 2023, between 2022, that was when I applied for the masterclass, and that was like after 1 year in the industry, that was when I was applying for this masterclass. So you can imagine. And I wasn't selected as the case may be. I was selected to be a volunteer. That's how I was shortlisted and then selected to be a volunteer. And God just helped me. God actually just helped me true and true and true and true. So I'm going to start first with some of the questions. I believe Isaac compiled questions from all of you, and then what he shared with me are some of the questions you guys are looking for answers for. So those are the things that I'm going to be concentrating on for the purpose of this class. Those are the things I'm going to be concentrating on. So I think the first question he asked was asked about the masterclass, or the experience like. Okay, let me find that question. Yeah, it's here. He asks about, would like to know your experience, why I joined, the major things I took away of the experience. So, the masterclass with Chris Ode, as at the time I joined, was 2 years plus. It was going to be 3. It was going to be 3 years as at the time I joined. And prior to that time, I've never produced. Okay, yes, I've produced something. I produced some things in 2022. I've produced something. By that time, we produced a Perfect Distraction. And yes, we produced Perfect Distraction in Enugu. So, for me, the masterclass was my key. Like, basically, when I joined this industry, I realized one thing. One was, I don't want to be another filmmaker in southeastern Nigeria that is just producing film, that is just shooting back to back. I don't want to be that person. That's one of the things I knew. My day one in this industry, I told myself, I don't want to be that guy, that producer that he's always in location, filming back to back, doing films. I need guys that are doing stuff that I want to be like. So I was checking out for most of them, because when I got into film, the first person I met was Stephen Onaji and Fidelis Seweta, and I met NS2B. And these guys, as exciting and as knowledgeable, as wonderful as they aren't the people I want to be like. I'm sorry to say this. They had my boss is an excellent video editor. When I mean excellent, he's excellent in video editing. He's a very good video editor. He's an award-winning video editor, if there's a word to put like that. He's the one that did the Milan or Shimili. But I realized one thing. I didn't realize I don't even want to be a video editor. This video editing thing is not what I want to be. And Mr. Fidelis Sewete is one of the guys that did the Sakaba. And I believe all of you know NS2B. These guys are really wonderful, wonderful guys. But this was not what I was looking for. I was looking for something beyond this. And when I was doing some of my research, I stumbled upon the name Chris Ode. I was checking out this character. I was like, wow. I was checking out a lot of people during that same period, that particular period. I stumbled upon the name Chris Ode. And man, I was excited. What I saw about him, what I saw online got me excited. I was like, wow, I think I've seen somebody that is doing what I want to do. And note, at this point, he has produced Neck and the Pretty Serpent, Living in Bondage as a line producer. He has done Rattlesnake as the producer. So Neck and the Pretty Serpent was directed by, I've forgotten the lady, but but I think Rattlesnake was directed by Ramsey Noah. uh Living in Bondage, Ramsey Noah, and it was shot. Some parts were shot in a way. I was like, wow, this is someone I would like to be like. I followed him on Instagram. I was just following up everything about him. So when I saw about this masterclass, I started applying. I was looking out for people connected to him. A lot of the things I did. But let me tell you guys the truth. My biggest takeaway from the masterclass is not how to produce. You are not going to learn how to produce from the masterclass. What you are learning is basically what I learned for me is stewardship and strategy. That was what I learned because when I mean stewardship means that yet I'm a servant. I'm supposed to serve. And then the strategy goes beyond, oh, when people come to a film set and they be like, oh, I'm the producer. You see their hand. Aka had to carry their heads. They look like they feel big in that shoe of a producer. And I came to understand even more recently that a producer's job is more like an administrator's job. So you are in charge of the creative vision of whatever. You are in charge of that creative vision of the director, whatever they want to create. You are the one that the script will follow. You are the one to approve the budget, to do all these basic things. So I didn't come to the masterclass to learn about production. I came to learn stewardship and strategy. I didn't know I was going to learn this thing, but funny as life sound, that's what I learned. So, and another thing I'm going to talk about is the fact that before my focus was making, let's say, how to get a script, how the audience will feel about the script, all this one, that one, that one. But then after, I got an entire platform of, an entire pipeline of what I'm going to do basically, because I'm now looking at if I get a story, I'm thinking, which market can I sell this story? Is the budget scalable? Do I have a production plan that is equitable? These are things I'm thinking. First thing when I get a story, first thing that comes to my mind is where am I marketing the story to? Where am I selling it to? It now moves from the artist. I'm no longer an artist again. Or I tell people I'm not a creative, as the case may be. I'm not a creative. I'm now thinking like, how will I call it? I don't know how I think like, but I know what I think like. So I'm not the guy that thinks of, oh, let's shoot, let's shoot, let's shoot. I'm the guy that thinks of, oh, okay, we want to shoot. Where are we taking our project to? Because every film you make is a product, too. That's just one thing you need to know. Every film you make is a product. So you must study the market. Which platforms are buying? What genre are trending before you even think of writing the log line for your film? You must study these markets. What platforms? Which platform? Or is it African Magic? Oh, should I take it to YouTube? Oh, this one. There are plenty platforms out there. Which ones are you going to take your project to? So that's shifting from the artist perspective to a CEO's perspective. You are a CEO of a content company. And whatever film you make is a product. You need to understand that every film is a product. You are trying to sell something. And what are you selling? This is for you to answer that one yourself. So the next thing I did was I took charge of certain things in like some of the things I did was one of these was this the creative decision, let's say from casting to budgeting. And this thing carries a lot of weight. Casting, I can tell you for one that when we did Dinobi, casting the character Dinobi, casting was a problem. I'll show you guys the pitch deck. That was the first pitch deck we did. You'll see some of our proposed cast and you see how many people we were able to get from our proposed cast. That's how God works in mysterious ways. Because whatever you do in your casting affects your film. And one other thing is it's not enough for your film to be good, though. Making a good film. All these filmmakers around this Eastern Nigeria, I always say them good movies only. Good movies only trend still they reign. Oh. The good movies gang. You see them good movies only, good movies only. It's not about making a good movie. Oh. Is your film responsible? Is your film responsible? Is your film responsible enough? So before you start a project, you must think about how responsible your film is. You must do an impact thesis. What are you tackling with your film? What problem are you trying to solve? What awareness are you trying to create? Because most of the film I do is either I'm trying to point like the kind of films I do basically, if you guys have seen, is I'm trying to point light on something. That's one of the things I do with film I do. And then another thing is networking. So I've talked about the mind shifting. The mind shift is the first one I talked about, where you move from just being a creative to understand that you're a CEO, that your film is a product. And then why you are doing your film. That's the second one I talked about. Why you must ask yourself, why do you want to shoot this thing? Why? Why? You must always ask yourself, why? Why are you casting this person? Why is this going to happen? Why is this necessary for this film? Does it add to the story or is it removing from the story? Then the next one is networking. Oh, networking. I cannot talk much about networking. Networking is one thing that you guys need to know for yourself. It's not about collecting business card or knowing someone's number, or even collecting phone number. That's not networking. Oh. It's not about collecting phone number. It's about building strategic partnership. It's about building bridges that can lead you to somewhere. Someone said something that got me interested, and I actually realized that it's true. He said, you are one person away from meeting the governor or whoever you want to meet. You are one person away from meeting whoever you want to meet. Most of you that attended the masterclass last year, imagine if you did not attend, imagine if you didn't know me. You guys will not have met Mr. Chris. So you can imagine, I am a leverage to Mr. Chris. Oh, you guys have met Mr. Chris. Now you want to meet Ramsey, Mr. Ramsey Noah. This is also a bridge to meeting Ramsey Noah. So it's not just about collecting contact. It's about building. When I ask you guys, one of the first thing I ask you guys to do is to introduce yourself in 30 seconds. The idea is people need to be excited about you, not just your name. Oh. When I tell I realized that Izu Okafor is a very long thing. I want my name to be prompt and brief. So I had to remove the Chuku part of it so I can call it so people like. So when I tell someone, my name is Izu Okafor, it sticks. Even if you don't want to remember it, my name is Izu, very short. And then I can go straight to whatever I want to tell you. Because now, in funny thing happened, I've been doing some films in Asaba, and I'm intentional about them knowing my name, like very, very intentional. And further as it sounds, the crew now took it upon themselves. Some of the crew, whenever I introduce myself, and I introduce myself in Igbo, I say, I'm Izu Okafor. Now they now take it upon themselves. They don't even if they see me meeting someone and like they know the person, like maybe someone meets me and they try to present, I'll hear the crew echo. Humble Izu Okafor. And it's actually funny because it has now it's I don't know how to put it, but then it's now intentional. They are now selling my name beyond what I'm even how I'm selling my name. And aside that, you need to make yourself exciting. You have to be excited. Like what I mean, exciting. Exciting is what makes someone want to listen to the next thing you want to say, even if you are talking nonsense. Exciting is what I will talk about that more when we get to the pitch section, but I'll have to be brief. So the people you need to succeed are not your competition. Oh, get that into your head. That's when I tell people I don't have a competition in Owerri. I'm not lying about it. I don't see any competition in Owerri. What I see here are just critics. Everybody are doing what they want to do. Because what I know, they don't know it. And what they know, I don't know it. So everybody's just moving. I don't have a competition. I've even in Asaba, I've just done like 2 jobs in Asaba, 3 jobs. And I've seen the people there and I've had a conversation with some of them. And I've come to realize that these guys are not even thinking in my frequency. So, wow, these are not my competition. My competition are not even in, I don't think my competition is in this part of the country. My competition should be maybe in Lagos, South Africa, Hollywood. Those are the places my competition should be. Not here, not here. What are we hustling for? YouTube money? Ah, no, 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 no. This is not why I'm here. I'm not here to hustle for YouTube money. I'm just saying, just so you guys know. So the people you are meeting here are not your competition, please. Just know that for one. They are your collaborators. Find a way to collaborate with them. They can never be your competition because if they're your competition, that means you are playing local. There's one guy I told something. I told the guy like you are playing local. That was in Asaba, like this month. The guy got angry. I was like, what do I mean? Like he's playing local, this and this and this. I was trying to tell him that if your whole aim in film is just to shoot back to back and shoot back to be in location every single day, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your life. I'm not saying you're not going to blow and be collecting 1 million like Zubi Michael, which Asaba star is as much as let's not talk about this, but it's not about the money at first. It's about okay, it's about the money. Money is very important. I can't say that one for sure. But then still on still. It's not about overstressing yourself and working 9 to 5 just to film self is not even 9 to 5. It's 9 to 9. Sometimes you shoot nights. You've been on a film set, so you understand what I'm saying. In essence, what I'm just trying to say, what are like the people you are meeting here are not your competition, they are your potential collaborators. Your success depends on your ability to leverage these people's skills. Whatever skill they have, you need success is to leverage on them, leverage on what they know, leverage on their ability, leverage on their skills, leverage on whatever they know. So whatever someone knows is what you need to know. So you leverage on these things. That's one. So one of the things you need to create at this stage now that you're seeing your career. Like joke, I always tell my guys, I'll be like, we need a lawyer or we need a lawyer. Like, if anybody, you know, I always talk about a lawyer, a lawyer, a lawyer. Not because of anything, but because I know I will find trouble and I need a lawyer that's got my back. So at this point in your life now, please go and find a lawyer. When I mean a lawyer, don't go and look for one person look, even if they're a student, final year, make them your friends or have them, let them someone that understands entertainment, IP, and the rest of them, let them be part of your connections, your collaborators, grow together with them. So, on that note, I think I'll wrap up this stage and get to the next question. The next question you guys asked, was on how to pitch a film. Abby, how to pitch a film. So, I'm going to share a pitch deck. I believe you guys can see your screen. Let me share this pitch deck so you guys can see. This was the first pitch deck we did. Can you guys see my screen? If you can see, just say hi.
No, no, no.
Okay, I can see your screen now. I can see your screen page there, page two.
Okay. So this is the first. Okay, you can mute now. Kindly mute, 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 mute. Thank you very much. This is the first film we ever did. It's called first feature film we ever did. It's called Dinobi. But this was the name when we are planning for it, a place I called home. That's how funny life is. This was the film deck. It's not the perfect film deck out there, but if you look at it, this was created 2022. Yes, 2022. Roughly 3 years now. So look at the log line. What could be tougher than hell? An abusive stepmother, an upset father, or having to navigate campus without support. A teenager struggles to keep his head afloat and survive the hustle of life. However, things would never remain the same. Then the synopsis follows the life of Dinobi, a Nigerian campus student. His battle with his abusive stepmother, having an absent father. Does Chidinobi find redemption for himself in the midst of these life realities? And these are our cast wish lists, what we are planning for Dinobi. This meeting since you guys are online, I will reshare the link shortly because this is not a Zoom Pro. This is the free Zoom app. So, let me just stop sharing the screen for now. And hold on, I'm here. How to pitch a film. The first thing you do is create a compelling pitch deck. Create a compelling pitch deck. Your pitch deck must be exciting to look at. It has to be exciting to look at. It has to really be exciting to look at. If it's not exciting, it's not given. If it's not exciting, it's not given. Your pitch deck has to be exciting to look at. Being exciting to look at makes your pitch deck, takes your pitch deck from the grounds of Word documents and put it in the league where people can look at it. Like recently, I don't know if I've shared with some of you the pitch we prepared for the Ministry of Youth Development, Youth and Talent Development. I think I've shared it to some of you. I don't know if I've shared. But there's no how you look at this thing and you not say, wow, this thing is nice. It's not just your usual day-to-day proposal. It's a proposal that goes beyond. It not necessarily go beyond, but then it's exciting to look at from a point of view. And then your film.
Please, can you share it, sir?
Hello?
Please, can you share it, sir?
Okay, I will share the next meeting link in the group now, so you guys can join that. So let me just stop here, and then I'll share the next one. So go back to the group. You guys will receive the meeting link shortly.